Okay folks, we're out here today just west of Humble, or maybe technically in Humble, I don't really know. But we're back out at the place of my long friend Dr. Dori. If you go back through the years of some of the videos I've made, caught a big swarm out here years ago, and then ended up making a video shortly after that about how docile her bees were when my my one-year-old daughter that was walking around went and played with them. So good bees, I'm happy to have them. But we got a fun spot today. They're in the back of this little carriage, and hopefully you guys can see in there with the lighting. I don't really know what you can see, but they're sitting real nice and still today because it's cool out here and it's breezy. But we're going to try to do this job hopefully without having to run any smoke, without having to run, or smoke, but without having to run the vacuum, because it is cold or cooler. It's about the coolest I'd like to do it. But we're going to cut into it here and just see how things go. Hold this butt. People do like to see if you reach in and grab a handful of them. This blows people's mind when you can do this, but really your hand is about the same temperature as the hive. So as long as you go slow and don't really get crazy with them, they don't see your hand as a threat. If you smash one between your fingers, you know, that might get them. The bottom of that seat is sagging under their weight. You probably can't see it, but the whole thing is sagging down. Or maybe it's just the cloth. Maybe the seat itself is not sagging.
Yeah, it's a nice little cart if you want to get it. You have to kill them.
No.
If you wanted to just get them out of here.
Doggone. That
That's a better way to do it.
fabric is ripping. They're attached.
I was trying not to do it too much. Shit. You were ripping it up.
Yeah, it's like I said, the fabric itself is already ripped and collapsing. I'm trying to cut loose from it. If I can. But they've got their wax is actually attached to the fabric.
Yeah, shit.
That ain't too bad. Yeah. It's gonna be difficult to do a whole lot without ripping too much of it out.
Well, it's not too hard to take this seat off. We could take the seat off.
What's it take to take it off?
Four wrench, 4 bolts.
You got it handy? That'd be a world of difference if we can do that. Yeah, if we can take the seat off, we'll take the whole thing and flip it upside down.
Do you have any wrenches? I do.
I do. I've got sockets and stuff in the truck. You need mine?
Yeah.
We've got sockets and ratchets and
You've
wrenches.
got them handy.
Okay, so we got a little change of plans. We're going to try to take the seat off. It's got 4 bolts. We tried to pull the bolts, but they're carriage bolts and the wood that they're seated in is rotted. So 3 out of 4 of them just spun. So we're going to see if we can't just pick up real easy and just kind of tear the bolts out of the wood. If we can, we'll be able to flip the whole hive over and just set them right upside down and work on them. That'll be a heck of a lot easier. So we're going to try anyway. Let me see. Loose.
I'm off.
Oh, you already got your side ripped out? Okay. That's that fabric. Let me get my pry bar here. All the weight's on this side with the comb. Oh, look at that. Never ceases to amaze me. So we can take...
Is that one of those beetles?
Yes, it is.
They're bad.
Yeah, they're nasty little things. They're shameless. That's what I say, that fabric's pulled loose. I'm trying to figure out what the heck's supporting them. It might be hanging off the fabric.
I think so.
But the fabric is in theory attached to the wood.
Well, that's not anymore.
This is awkward. Trying to figure out who's who here. Yeah, no kidding, it's just the fabric holding them up. Yeah, those beetles are a tough one to deal with because the bees can't kill them. They look like they got a little hard shell on them.
Mm-hmm.
So the bees can't sting through that shell, but furthermore, the way a bee stings, she has to curl her body up to be able to actually stick her abdomen to sting something. And so if she tries to pounce on this beetle, she can't curl her body tight enough to get around it. It'd be like you try to kick a bowling ball off your stomach. She just can't get to it. So all they can really do is just kind of deal with them. They'll chase them around the hive and they'll try to get them out. Try to get them to where they're not, you know, in the hive or they're not on the combs at least. My box will set up on this seat. Might be too long. Oh, look at that. That's perfect. Now we're figuring it out now, Kelly. Now the trick is to figure out how strong that fabric is. Where, so it's holding here and there. Yeah, I'm actually gonna come around and work from your side if I can. At least now I can see in there. I got daylight so I can see what I'm doing with them.
I just cut that off, huh?
Yeah. Oh, this makes me love it. I really do try to preserve as much as I can, believe it or not. You know, like when I work on people's houses and stuff, you know, I'm out there ripping their soffits down or whatever. I hate when I have to tell somebody, well, you know, the reason the bees got in is because your siding's all falling off. You know, like if your siding was in good condition, you wouldn't have the bees. So I'll do my best to preserve what I can, but your siding is rotten anyway. So I reach a point of diminishing returns. I'll try to preserve it. She has to mate, and we're getting these last few nights we've had where we get a cold snap, where it's cooling off. The hives will go into preservation mode and they'll stop raising drones, which are the males. And so if you don't have any drones, then there's nobody around to mate with the queen.
Well, they're making a lot of honey right now, are they?
No, there's no honey coming in right now. All we're getting right now is pollen off the goldenrod. See all the goldenrod in the ditches? That's all that's really coming in. And even that's already kind of starting to peter off. It's usually month of October. The rubber bands are stuck right one on top of the other. I can't get them apart.
You want me to get over there?
No, I got it. I couldn't get a hold of one because I was getting a hold of both. Every time I tried to grab one, I'd get both of them.
Okay.
So what we'll do, rubber band them in like this, and then the bees will build their comb back up and they'll attach their comb to the bottom of that top bar, like how it was attached to the fabric. Everything hangs. And then once they attach that comb, some hives will do it, not all of them do, but they'll chew the rubber bands. They'll throw the rubber bands out of the hive because they don't like it. They sense it as a sort of a foreign object. So they'll actually chew that rubber band to get it out of the hive because they don't like it either. It's an impurity, so to speak. Here, we can bite off of that. By far the best honey you'll ever have. Can't beat it fresh out of the hive. Just for proof. I don't show you guys often enough, but we caught her. She was crafty. She tried to, she kept sneaking back and forth through a hole in the bottom of the seat. So I finally had to break out the repellent and get them really running. And then she exposed herself. She's not very big. She's decent size, but she's not big at all. So it's no wonder she's hard to find. But we got her caught, so now we're just gonna spray repellent, get the bees running to the box, and then I'll probably come back this evening to pick them up because it's real cool today. They're not readily moving, so I'm going to leave them here and then come back and pick them up. Okay, well, we got it all out. I showed you all the queen. So they were all filled in here. They had about a third of this thing full. And you can see now with the queen in the box, they're starting to make their way over. They're just slow to move because it's, like I said, it's not cold out here, but it's cool. It's maybe 65 degrees and real breezy. So they're slow to want to move, but gentle bees. I got stung, I think, 3 times, but they were all incident stings, you know, where one got pinched in my shoe or I smashed her with my hand. So nothing aggressive, not flying at your face, nothing. So these are super sweet bees. And yeah, we'll just let them do their thing, and then I'll probably come back after dark this evening and gather them up. So hopefully by then they've all found their way to the box, because they're being awful slow to move around right now. I'll probably spray a little more repellent just to help encourage them, and then be done.